What if the most powerful people aren't actually the loudest ones in the room? Today, we're going to dive into this really counterintuitive idea that real authority, real strength, isn't about being aggressive or boastful. Nope. It's quiet. It's this kind of strength that comes from, well, stillness.
I bet you've met someone like this, right? They walk into a room, and without saying much, without showing off at all, they just have this presence. People naturally respect them. So what is their secret? How do they do that? Okay, so to figure out how they do it, we've got to start by tearing down a huge misconception, a big idea that most of us have completely wrong about what authority even looks and sounds like. I mean, we're all taught the same thing, right? That authority is supposed to be loud, it's forceful, it's backed by a giant stack of credentials. You see someone totally dominating a conversation, and bam, we automatically link all that noise with power. But what if that's all wrong? What if real power is the exact opposite? What if it's actually found in that centered, quiet, calm space? What if our whole idea of authority is completely backward? And this, right here, brings us to the absolute core idea of what we're talking about today. See, true authority, it isn't something you prove with stuff on the outside, your achievements, your titles. Nah, it comes from an internal source. It's all about how you regulate your own inner state. Okay, let's really break this down. The old way of thinking about authority, well, it's like a constant performance, isn't it? You gotta flash your titles, list all your wins, always be on the defensive. But this new idea, this silent authority, it's not about proving a single thing. It's communicated through a calm, controlled internal state. It's not something you have to push or assert. It's something other people just feel when you're in the room. This quote right here, wow, it just gets to the absolute heart of it. Let that sink in for a second. Your status, how people see your power, your value, it's being communicated by your own internal calm, long before you ever show them a resume or a business card. Your presence literally speaks for itself. Okay, so let's put a name to this and get a clear definition. Silent authority, it's that natural influence you project when your nervous system is, well-regulated. It's your ability to stay calm, to stay centered and grounded, no matter what kind of chaos is swirling around you. It's basically a superpower. All right, so how do we actually get the superpower? Let's get super practical. We're going to start with the first habit, and it's all about mastering the art of under-explaining. The official term for this is selective clarification, but just think about it for a second. When you get nervous or you feel like someone is questioning your value, what's the first thing you do? Your gut reaction. You talk a lot. You over-explain everything to justify yourself, to prove you're right. Well, guess what? Genuinely confident people just don't do that. Now, the process here, it sounds simple, but trust me, it takes practice. Step 1, just state your point. Clearly, concisely, no extra fluff. Then comes the really hard part. Step 2, hold the silence. I mean it, just be quiet. You have to resist that massive urge to fill the dead air with justifications. And then finally, step 3, you let them ask for more info if they need it. See what that does? It completely shifts the dynamic. You're not begging for their approval anymore, you're inviting their curiosity. All right, moving on to the second habit. This one is just as powerful, and it's all about refusing to get sucked into someone else's emotional chaos. It's all about you controlling your own pace. Oh, you totally know this feeling. Someone comes at you with all this urgent, anxious, frantic energy, and it's so easy to get swept up right into their storm. The goal here is for you to become the calm eye of that storm. So when they're urgent, you're calm. When they're anxious, you are deliberate. You are making a conscious choice to not match their chaotic frequency. So here's the bottom line. This is the crucial point. You have to refuse to operate at other people's emotional speed, period. Your calm becomes your anchor. And by staying grounded, you're not just controlling your own state, you're silently influencing theirs too. Okay, so let's bring all this together, because things like under-explaining and setting your own pace, these aren't just clever little communication tricks. No, they're really powerful ways to actually embody this deeper, quieter form of authority. So, what are the big takeaways here? If you walk away with anything, let it be this. Number 1, true authority is calm, it's not loud. 2, your real value is signaled by your internal state, not by a fancy piece of paper. 3, practice saying less. Seriously, you'll be amazed at how people start leaning in to hear what you have to say. And finally, number 4,
Never, ever forget that you have the right to set your own pace. You do not have to get swept up in somebody else's storm.
Look, this stuff isn't just interesting theory, it's a practice. It's something you have to do. So, I'm going to leave you with a question to think about. Whether it's in that big meeting or during a difficult conversation, or even just in a private moment of stress, where are you going to choose to practice your stillness this week?